Flashy news. Only on ParanoidRadio.com, bringing you Flashy Fridays.
Tony boy.
Testicles 1, 2, testicles. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our second dose of greatness. This amazing fucking episode on this amazing fucking Flashy Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Paranoid Radio Podcast, and I am your humble host, Trebles Garcia. I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you for joining me and tuning in and allowing us to enter your space. I want you to make sure to drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. You can also check us out at paranoidradio.com, paranoidradio.com. It's absolutely running now. It's absolutely streaming for free. You can listen for free for the last audio play episodes, and you can also watch the most recent video episode. Ladies and gentlemen, the striking iron is fucking hot today. Please allow me to jump in from the deep end of the pool and set the fucking mood. There is nothing more beautiful than to start the year with a fucking bang. Unfortunately for us, the bang is not only positive, but it's also fucking negative. To break down the barriers of corruption, to give us a dose of fucking greatness, I'm going to have to call my special deep state correspondent all the way from the East Coast of this amazing, beautiful country. Please give a warm welcome to a fucking patriot business owner father, my deep state correspondent, Flash, Flashy_News1. Welcome back, Flash. Happy New Year, dog.
Happy New Year to everybody out there in the Paranoid Radio land. Happy New Year to my brother right here, Trebs. Man, has it been off with a bang. We're going to get into it.
Woo! Let them know where they can find you, big dog, and what are you about right before we jump in for the people that haven't heard of you.
Over on Instagram still, heavily shadow banned. I got 17,000 followers, but only about 300 are seeing my reels. So come over, check me out, share my shit. And over on X, Flashy_News X. Let's get it.
If you cannot find them on Instagram, you can also find them on paranoidradio.com. There's links all the way from his name. You can also find his Twitter, now known as X, on paranoidradio.com. Or you can also check it out, Paranoid Radio on Instagram, and he is right at the top of my bio. That is right, Flashy_News1. First of all, dog, you look fucking good. I hope everything went well for New Year's Eve. And unfortunately, for a lot of people around the world that are not going in, I need you to come in right now and give me the fucking updates on the school shooting. We are the first fucking podcast dropping bombs on this fucking new hot EPSTEIN fucking land shit that's happening on fucking Magic Island. And I want everybody to know that this is going to be, I hope this doesn't go over your fucking head. I need you to understand how heavy and important this is. Let us know what happened with the school shooting, bro. Happening now.
So, a couple days ago, I said that, the EPSTEIN documents are going to drop. Now, a lot of people said, no, they're never going to let them come out. They're going to redact it. And that's that doomer mentality, right? But if you actually look at the substance of the information, they couldn't have, because that's what the lawsuit was for. The lawsuit was for to redact the names. That's what the lawsuit was for. So if you actually read the court filings and not just, some bullshit on the internet, you would see that they were trying to stop it. They've been trying this whole time. That's why it took this long. It took how long? Years and years and years for this shit to come out, right? So it's important, right? So now they came out because they can't stop them, right? So now what they're going to do is, like I said, they're going to do everything they can to distract from this. Everything. We already seen an earthquake. We saw a mass shooting in California on New Year's Day. We saw a car bomb in New York. All this shit, right? 7.8 earthquake in Japan. All this crazy stuff already. And then so what happened? They dropped. The documents dropped. Now, it's not a list of names. So I think people are getting confused because now they're like, oh, look, it's a nothing burger. Listen, documents, first of all, they're not done. Only the first little bit came out. There's going to be a lot more. What the documents are, they're actually transcripts of the interviews that were being done by the lawyers to the victims, to EPSTEIN's victims, in court under oath. So you can actually see the questions being asked by the lawyers, the answers being given, okay? And then not just names, but context to the names. For example, David Copperfield, the famous magician, she was asked about that. Yes, she said, yes, he partook in underage sex, group sex. Stephen Hawking's, the brilliant mind, the guy that's in the wheelchair that has a terrible disease. I think he's dead now, but he was, a physicist, one of the most brilliant people in the world. They were asked. So it's not just the name, it's the context to the name. Do you know Stephen Hawking's? Yes. He participated in underage orgies. Stephen
What, dude?
Hawking's, the guy in the wheelchair, bro, from A Beautiful Mind. Like this, and people are like, oh my God, that's crazy. Why would they do that?
Dude, I
Listen,
didn't
we're
know
gonna
Stephen Hawking wasn't this bitch, dog.
Yo, he was like a hero of mine, bro, like a long time ago. Like all of his theories about relativity and like he's a fucking smart dude, bro. And this is why, but see, they
Wow.
went after people in the scientific community. Why? So that they could get the blackmail on them. So now, let's say, for example, all these doctors in COVID saying that COVID was the worst, you got to take the vaccine, lying to us, right? Maybe half of them were fucking blackmailed. And
Uh-huh.
Jeffrey Epstein's not the only game in town. Don't get that twisted. He was one of many that had a little pedo
Word.
island. But we
Mhm.
just know about this one now. So now we're seeing the whole thing take place. So his name was on there. Bill Clinton was on there 26 times to the island, not just around and
Yeah.
and rubbing
I'm even
elbows with him.
thinking of making a fucking show called Doe 36 because he was there fucking 36 times. He's called John Doe. His name popped up 36 times in the fucking court hearings. I'm gonna make it
Yeah,
for put Doe 36 on this shit. I'm gonna put big
bro.
fuck to Doe 36. Holy
And
shit.
but Donald Trump's been indicted 91 times, but these fucking people still walk around doing what they're doing, right? That's what's crazy. So what did they do today to distract from it? A mass shooting at the Iowa high school. Literally minutes after all this shit dropped, it's going viral. What do? A school shooting, not just a mass shooting, a school shooting in Red, Iowa. This is
This is
the
happening
same
January
playbook
4th, 2024, this
right
Thursday
now.
fucking morning. And I'm going to
Yep.
drop this episode. I know it's Flashy Friday. It's Flashy Thursday and Friday at the same damn time. We're dropping this episode hot off the grill and off the press for you guys to
Yep.
understand what the fuck happened, the magnitude of what this is bringing.
Yep, and listen, and this is just the beginning, right? So now for the people saying that this isn't a big deal, it's a nothing burger. Listen, if it was not a big deal and a nothing burger, they wouldn't
Mm,
be doing the distractions they're doing to distract
yeah,
from it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a nothing burger. And really, what's most important, it's not, yeah, we know a lot of the names. Okay, now we
Uh,
have some context with the testimony, but not only
mm,
that, it's starting the conversation once again about Jeffrey Epstein and what he was doing on that island. That
yeah.
is what is important. Okay, just because we know the names and we think it's boring, no, now the mainstream media is being forced to talk about it because it's
Ah,
actual court filings. It's not just hearsay or whatever bullshit conspiracy theories. It's actually sworn testimony. And look, CNN is talking about it. Fox News is talking
yeah.
about it. MSNBC is talking about it. They're talking about how Bill Clinton was there. They're talking about how Donald Trump was not there. Okay, so
Yeah.
now
Yo,
all that
but
bullshit talk.
can you like now look, check this out. I just got into I just before I started recording, I got into a heated conversation with one of my old school buddies, and they were supporters of the show, to be honest. And we were talking about how MAGA supporters have overrun Paranoid Radio Podcast Instagram page. And she's done with it. And I'm like, yo, you know what? The only reason you're offended and the only reason you don't care about it is because your fucking kids are not directly being affected right now. By the time this shit hits your front door, it'll be too fucking late for you to react and for you to say, oh, damn, fucking Trebles and Flash and everybody at Paranoid Radio were fucking right. You know, quite frankly, this is the type of shit that you're trying to dismiss or you're too egotistical or egocentric or trying to fucking say, you know what, I'm Latina, I can't vote for Donald Trump. Well, I can't see it that way. He's a fucking racist piece of shit. Yeah, because right now you're not being directly affected. But if you do not take the moment the fucking time to talk about Epstein or spread the truth or even go fucking research about what's happening. If you don't tell anybody, research about what's happening with Epstein, then you're condoning that behavior and enabling everybody else to keep doing it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, dog. It's the truth. You have
No,
to
that's
amplify this
it's
message.
100% true, bro. And that this is the power of information. Listen, when this shit all came out, Trump was still president. Like it all got swept under the rug. Like, well, he got killed. People stopped talking about it. It was
Yeah.
out of the cycle. It was out of conspiracy theory cycles, all that. So now this is bringing it back in. And now after 4 years of Biden, 3 years of Biden, after COVID, after all the lies, people are more open to this kind of information. Okay,
Yeah.
so now the public opinion is on our side now. Okay, and people actually will be up, and now people are learning about Israel, right, and about Mossad, and about how
Yeah.
how treacherous and insidious
Mhm.
the way that they operate. And now we can connect Epstein to Mossad. That's even on mainstream media. They're talking about how Epstein was part of an intelligence community. They're not going to say
Wait,
Israel.
hold back. Rewind. Whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Mossad, the intelligence agency most powerful in the world, located in the fucking country of Israel, was working with Epstein? Explain this to me.
Okay, so this goes back. So now, Ghislaine Maxwell, right, the one, his pimp, supposedly, that was going and
Yeah.
getting the girls. Everybody thinks that he was controlling her. Oh, no, 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 no. He was her handler. Okay, Maxwell, because her father, you can look him up. He was killed on a boat by accident. They killed his ass. Okay, he was big in the media and was a known Mossad agent for Israel. Okay, that's not a conspiracy. You can look it up. Ghislaine Maxwell's
Public
father,
knowledge. Okay.
Robert Maxwell, I believe his name is. Okay, so
Mm.
that's the connection there. And now Epstein, listen, Epstein had his tentacles in everything. Nobody understood how he had $600 million at the time of his death. But he had no job. Nobody understood what he did. He was not an investment. He did not have a job. So all as he had was his influence that he was holding over everybody. These blackmails. Listen, there was videos, hidden cameras all on that island that he had. The FBI still has. That'll be coming out in a couple of years probably. So he was running a blackmail honeypot situation. He would invite these people over, probably would tell them that the girls were 18. Okay, so probably lied to him, right? Have sex, whatever. You got you on camera. A couple days later, he sends it to you. Hey, look what I got. Okay, so right now, if you're a scientist, you're going to do this for me. Or if you're a politician, you're going to do this for me. And then all of a sudden, we see how much support Israel has in the Congress, right? And not rightfully so. Yes, they're our ally, but we don't hold them to account on anything that they do, on all of the lies that they spread, on the
Uh-huh.
obvious involvement that they did on 9/11. Okay,
Uh-huh.
nobody's even talking about all of that shit. And now
Yeah.
with this war too,
People try to
it's like
forget about it. Yeah, yeah.
all of
Uh-huh.
it. Bro. See, that's why it's so important that it's coming back in right now.
Yeah.
So all of these things are coming back in. So now just more about what really was going on in that island, So yeah, these people were having orgies with little girls. David Copperfield and now Jimmy Kimmel was best friends with Epstein's chef. So it's like we're connected. And this is only the first little bit of the shit. Now, everyone
Oh
want to talk
fuck.
about Donald Trump's connection to Epstein, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Donald Trump's going to be on there. Oh, yeah, he was on there.
Explain that to
They,
us too.
the lawyer asked her straight up. The lawyer
Uh,
asked the victim of Jeffrey Epstein, the one that was living on that island for years and was being
uh-huh.
prostituted. She was asked by the lawyer, "Do you know Donald Trump?" She said, "Yeah, I know Donald Trump." "Have you ever seen him with Epstein?" "No." "Have you ever seen him on the island?" "No." "Have you ever seen him at Epstein's house?" "No." "Did you ever give him a massage?" "No." Okay, that's the only time Trump was mentioned in the documents. Now, people
Yeah.
want to talk about the past. Let's talk about it. Okay.
Mm.
Trump is a billionaire. Epstein was also a billionaire who lived almost next door to Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Okay. Trump
Mm.
would throw parties all the time. Everybody knows that. Everybody's invited. You're a rich person in Florida. You didn't fucking know
Mm.
everybody that was there.
Uh,
There's one real picture of Trump and Epstein. All of the other ones are photoshopped. The one that's real was at Mar-a-Lago, right? I think it was in
mm.
the late 1990s.
Mm.
Okay, so Epstein was around rubbing elbows. Okay, never was friends. Trump didn't know what he was into. Now, what's important here is Epstein tried hitting on one of the girls that was working at Mar-a-Lago, happened to be one of Trump's friend's daughters. Okay, she was 16 years old. She was helping out. Epstein tried to get her. Epstein tried to ask her if she wanted money to have sex, essentially, right? Trump found out about this, banned Epstein from any of his locations ever again. That day, boom, you will never ever see them two together. There is no connection after that.
Holy fuck.
So then Trump went to the local police. Okay, this was back in early 2000s, late
So there's
1999,
police
right?
records of Trump actually.
This is all
Get
in
the
the
fuck
documents.
out, dude.
This is
Oh,
all
he's being,
documented,
yeah.
but this isn't. This is court documents. You can look them up. You can do all this, right? So that local police department opened an investigation that actually led to the FBI opening their investigation and actually arresting him back in 2009. Okay, they gave him a sweetheart deal, but that's what started that. And then even the lawyer of the first victim back in
uh,
2009,
uh,
that her lawyer was looking for people to give information to help his client that Jeffrey Epstein raped, right?
uh,
Donald Trump was the only one who called him back, and he said, "This is the guy did an interview. I put it on my story. Like, the
Yeah.
interview is out there back in 2009. He said Donald Trump was the only one that called me back. He was the only one that gave me everything I wanted, and his information actually helped us." Okay, so that's another thing that they leave out. Now,
Yeah.
yes, Donald Trump was on the flight logs. This is the only
Yeah.
time you'll actually see this. So Donald Trump was on the flight logs one time because Donald Trump's plane was being maintenance. Epstein had a plane there. Other people were using Epstein plane. Epstein was not on the plane. Okay, Donald Trump was not on the plane with Epstein, and you can see where they went. He didn't go to no island. He went from New Jersey, his Bedminster, to Mar-a-Lago, Florida. That's it. Okay, he didn't even know whose plane it was. Someone said, "Yo, you need a ride?" I see your plane. Boom, he took a ride. Okay, this is what rich people do.
Yeah.
That's it. That was the only connection that you'll ever see. That's the truth behind the connections. Now the media is going to try to spin it.
The media will never tell you the details,
No,
and they will
that's the
only amplify the negative parts, and they would even Photoshop him rubbing elbows with him in wrong and different areas of the
exactly,
fucking
bro.
world.
Rather than report on the actual people that were actually there,
This
they'd
is the
rather just make it up.
conversation. Yeah, this is the type of conversation I had with Tank last night. I had a huge debate on January 2024. The episode just dropped last night. And we were talking about how the media only fucking misconstrues. And he was telling me, yeah, you only report what you want to report. You don't report the rest of the shit. Yeah, okay, so he doesn't want me to amplify the greatness about Donald Trump. But yet you don't want me to amplify the negative shit about Biden either. This is what I'm talking about. You get to pick and choose only what you want to benefit from, or what makes you happy, or what lifts your opinions up. It's not how it works.
And listen, they bash Donald Trump. Okay, that's why we look at the positive, because you want to turn on the fucking news every second of every day. That's where the Trump bashing comes. So we have to be the counter programming. That's what we are. We're not going to go report the same shit.
This is why it's so heavy and aggressive.
We're too busy busting down their fucking lies every day. Okay, so this is what we are, counter programmers. We are deprogrammers. Okay, that's what we're doing. Anti-Mockingbird. All right.
Woo!
So all of this information is now coming to light again, and some people think it's not a big deal, and some people do.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. Go for it. Hit it.
Another proof of Trump and Epstein not being connected is Epstein was walking around a free man, getting sweetheart deals from the FBI. Until what? Until Donald Trump became the president of the United States, and now where is he? He's either dead or in hiding. But he's not raping girls anymore. I can bet you that.
Tell me this is straight from your mouth. Tell me who you can't talk about, and I'll tell you who's in charge, dog. And I'll be honest with you guys, if anybody's getting offended by this type of content, or the content that I'm posting up on Instagram, quite frankly, you could just walk out. But you wouldn't be so fucking upset or pissed off if it was the other way around, like it has been for a very long time. This is just how it is, man. You cannot pick and choose the battles. You have to be equal. Even the Bible says you can't be lukewarm. You have to either be hot, or you have to be fucking cold. Because if you're lukewarm, I'm gonna fucking spill you out of my mouth, and I would definitely fucking reject you. And the Bible says it, God says, and we all should live the same fucking way, bro.
That's the time that we're in. The lines have never been clear, and yes, you do have to pick a side right now. You're either with America and the idea of it, or you're against it and you're with the communists. That's it. And listen, Donald Trump, he's just a figure. Okay, like he's interchangeable. We would support anybody who takes on the deep state and is ready to go to war. Anybody. It's not DeSantis had his chance. He blew it. He fucking blew it. Okay, he was a great governor, but that does not mean he would be a great president. And listen, half of the candidates aren't even talking about the war that we're actually in. That's how you know. Listen, choose your fighter. We happen to pick Donald Trump because he's the one fighting for us. That's it. He has a track record now. He was already president for 4 years. He talks it like he walks it. That's all we need to know. Okay,
he's not our
savior. He's not our savior. He's our bullhorn. Okay, and that's what this movement needed. And now look, everybody's coming together now, and we're going to get divided over this and over that. All that is bullshit. We need to use this information that's coming out about Epstein, because they're obviously really scared about it, because they're already doing school shootings. They're already doing all of this shit. So that means we're onto something. And this is just the beginning. And people just want to dismiss it. Why would you dismiss the opportunity to bring this back into the light, into the mainstream media? This is what we've been asking for. We always say this will never be on television. They'll never talk about it.
If you ask me, there's been more fucking massive shootings in the reign of Joe Biden than during fucking Donald
Oh
Trump's
yeah. Oh
presidency.
yeah.
If you wanna,
Yeah.
I mean, if you just put it to fucking contrast, dog.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
fucking use your fucking eyes or use your brain. If you have any type of brain cell, you'll see that there's shit cracking down around the fucking world and in your own fucking backyard while this motherfucker's in power. It never would have happened if Donald Trump was in power, dude. It hardly happened when he was in power.
Right.
Shut the front door, man. Jesus. Look,
It's right.
look. Quite
That's
frankly,
why we good.
yeah. Now you started this conversation with the distractions, and you're known for this on Flashy Fridays, and the people that listen to your shit, and some of the day one listeners that listen to the shit, they're catching on to what you're saying. 8th of every fucking month, there's some massive explosions of fear mongering, distractions, or other things that are revolving around the fucking world.
Yep.
What is triggered to happen on the 8th of the next few months that are coming, dog, that you just found out?
April 8th, there's going to be a complete solar eclipse on April 8th. Now, we know these people love this shit. Okay, they love eclipses, the occult, and the Masons, and whoever the fuck are calling
They follow the stars.
They love this shit. They love this shit. I love it too, but they love it for a different reason.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not saying what's gonna happen. I'm just saying keep your eyes on April 8th because
on the 8th of every month.
Yeah. Right, yeah, and this one too. Look, it's already popping off, right? It's always the first week, and then on the 8th, boom, something crazy happens.
Yeah.
So let's keep our eye on that for sure. You know, and the timing is interesting, bro. And you know, Trump is only getting stronger. We got the Iowa caucuses coming up in 10 days. Okay, we got to keep our Trump is obviously going to win that, but you never know with these fucking people, man. You know, I'm you know, they can rig a primary. They rigged it in the Democrat one for Hillary Clinton. You know, Bernie Sanders was supposed to be. So we got to keep our eye on that too.
We had a very controversial week here at Paranoid this week. We had January 2024 last night, where I came and I bashed on fucking immigrants on the immigration system. Not only on immigrants, I understand that, again, making it clear that I'm not against immigration. I'm against the immigration process, and I fucking completely bashed the way that fucking this administration is handling things, and I didn't want to make it into a political conversation, but it did. It became that, and it is what it is. And now we have, and then Flash came down today. He fucking demolished it with a bunch of truth bombs. And what you guys don't know is that JB has another episode to drop in the next day. We're dropping 3 episodes this fucking week, 3 very controversial episodes this week, and he's bringing you deep state correspondence deeper than what Flash is bringing you in now. Flash is giving you like a news flash because that's what Flash. But fucking JB dug a hole where he found out where there's people and the Colorado. I'm just gonna give you a quick little tip. God damn, Colorado justice, Supreme Court justice that fucking took what's his name, Trump off the ballot, it has been arrested by Marines. Now this is a bunch of shit, and I know it's hardcore shit. I know. I was like, dude, Flash should have known about this. Like I was baffled. I was flabbergasted. My neck was like, fuck. I was just overwhelmed. So you gotta check this out. You gotta look it up. It's fucking wild. JB brought in some shit. He took over the screen and he was just showing me all the fucking things online straight from Instagram. I mean, from Google. I was like, holy shit.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be heavy this week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more in the day-to-day breaking down narratives and you know, destroying that, because that's where we're at too now, bro. There's so much going on right now, and they're gonna, bro, like we've been saying, they're gonna throw everything at us. Like, you know, so honestly, prepare. Like the lights might go out for extended period of time. Seriously, food, water,
we have bug out
gasoline.
bags. Get yourself a bug out bag. They're about $120 on Amazon. It's not that expensive. There's some $80 ones too. You need a bug out bag. Make sure you get some bottled water and stop loading up, especially if you live in the coastlines of the United States, because we'll be the first ones that get hit. Obviously,
Yeah, no, I mean, and seriously, it's not crazy to even talk about that. It's not crazy to even do that. You know, what else? I wanted to hit something else though. I forgot what the points that we were at.
We have some points. You said the distractions, the names of the list: Epstein's dead man, and the Israel connection, the Trump connection, the dogs have dropped, solar eclipse, and the school shooting. We have covered all the points on this amazing Flashy Friday.
Yeah, I want to make sure, you know, and you know, just really with this Epstein stuff, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fake stuff too. People are going to fucking edit stuff, you know, so we got to watch that. We don't want to get caught, you know, pushing out fake shit, and then people are like, oh, look, it's not even real. But the most important thing was Trump was exonerated. I'm already still hearing that, oh, Donald Trump was on the list. Donald Trump was on in the document.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that
they're not
already
finishing the sentence that, like, or giving the context that, yeah, his name is in there, but it said he never saw him. He was never part of it. And that she's not the only one that said it. Virginia Godfrey also said that in her testimony. So it's been several of his victims that never saw. And of course that he wasn't there, but we all know that. But it's just highlighting the fact of who really was again. Like, and I forgot about this about Bill Clinton. So the girl was asked, "Did you ever hear Epstein talk about Bill Clinton?" She said, "Well, yes." She said he said that he liked them young, meaning girls.
Mhm.
Epstein told her that yes, Clinton likes young girls. So he was involved with all of that. And really we want to push these people back into the little fucking holes. They got too comfortable being out in the light, lying to everybody, thinking that they're fucking heroes with the Clinton Foundation. They're out there in Haiti fucking stealing kids. All this shit is going to come out now. And now people are actually going to believe it because now look, okay, now we know Epstein, or now we know Clinton was on Epstein Island. We have that connection right now. So all of the other conspiracy theories about Hillary Clinton, and child trafficking, it's not that crazy anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things are going to be tied together. This is the year of the boomerang. 2023 was the year of enlightenment and exposure. This will be the year of the boomerang and accountability. I'm telling you, these people have nowhere to run. They have nowhere to hide. They're in the fucking White House. They're right in here. They're right in front of our fucking faces.
Word.
When that hammer drops, bro, that's when I feel like September is going to be when something happens. Like something like shit's going to get crazy. September,
Holy
a month before the election.
September 8th.
Probably, bro. Because November 3rd is the election, November 5th.
Holy fuck.
Oh my
Ladies
God,
and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning back into Paranoid Radio Podcast. This was another Flashy Friday, the first Flashy Friday of 2024, and hopefully many more to come. Make sure you guys stay vigilant, stay perked up, and make sure you do the research on Epstein. It's fine. It's fine. I know it's not hard to digest, but you have to fucking look it up and inform yourself. Again, the war is now, the war is here, and it's a digital war. I know it's hard to understand, and I know you guys cannot swallow the fucking red pill that easily, and you can't stand sometimes a lot of the things that are happening in Instagram. But I'll be honest with you, you wouldn't be pissed off if it was the other way around. You need to stay awake. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay tuned and follow Flashy_News1. Flashy_News1 on Instagram.
I wanted to add one more thing. I think it's really important, the Epstein-Mossad connection. And now I know people support Israel, but I'm not talking about the Jewish people. I'm talking about the Israeli government. Just like the American people have no idea how corrupt our government is, it's the same over there. Okay, so that's really important moving forward because that's really going to expose a lot of other shit too. So let's go.
That is right. Flashy_News1. Make sure you check them out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Drop a 5-star review on the podcast. This allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. ParanoidRadio.com is here to stay. Enjoy the fucking episodes and stay tuned for the next episode in the next 24 hours. Peace out, guys.
Paranoid Radio.